Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahawashi, Bahasham, Barakahak Wadash, Barakatum. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. This is the brother Ra'aya with another video, and I'm going to start it off in Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. And the word of Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi are the scriptures, what people refer to as the Bible, the Old and the New Testament, as well as the Apocrypha, which is a part of the Old Testament. And the mouth of Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi are his prophets, the men of the Lord out on the highways and byways preaching this word, as well as putting up video epistles online. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Everything contained in the scriptures, dealing with prophecy, has and will take place. Prophecies in the past, prophecies taking place right now, and the prophecies foretold to take place in the future, and nothing will happen to avert biblical prophecy from coming to its fulfillment. And just to further hammer in that point, this is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of Yahweh and read. No one of these shall fail. No one of these prophecies shall fail. None shall want her mate. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. And I opened up this lesson with these two precepts to preface an article from naturalnews.com titled, Trump Vows to Prevent the Federal Reserve from Creating an American CBDC, or Central Bank Digital Currency. And we know that these CBDCs, this digital cashless society we're going into is just a stepping stone towards the rollout and mandatory implementation of the MARKOFTHEBEAST in Revelation chapter 13, verses 16 to 18, which is the RFID/NFC MICROCHIPIMPLANT. And nobody is going to stop that. Not Trump, not Biden, not these patriots, the truth community, any of that, because it's all biblical prophecy for these things to take place. Again, seek ye out of the book of Yahweh and read. No one of these shall fail. But let's get into this article a little bit. Former President Donald Trump has announced that if he were to win the upcoming presidential election, he would do everything in his power to prevent the Federal Reserve from creating a central bank digital currency for the United States. Trump made the announcement during a speech at a campaign stop in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, as his 2024 presidential campaign prepares for the state's first-in-the-nation primaries for the Democratic and Republican parties on Tuesday, January 23rd. Tonight, I am also making another promise to protect Americans from government tyranny, said Donald Trump in his speech on Wednesday, January 17th. As your president, I will never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency. But to those that don't have such a short memory span, what did Trump do during his presidency during 2019 to 2020 during the C019? He instituted Operation Warp Speed. And let's read a little bit of this. And this is how do you say it? This is a disclaimer. This is not medical information. I'm not a medical doctor, nor am I giving medical advice. I'm simply reading public information on a public website. But this is Operation Warp Speed on Wikipedia, was a public-private partnership initiated by the United States government to facilitate and accelerate the development, manufacturing, and distribution of the C019 juice drinks, as we'll call them, therapeutics and diagnostics. The first news report of Operation Warp Speed was on April 29, 2020, and the program was officially announced on May 15th, 2020. But let's jump down to the history section. On May 15th, 2020, President Donald J. Trump officially announced the public-private partnership. The purpose of Operation Warp Speed was to coordinate health and human services wide efforts, including the NIH ACTIV partnership for the juice and therapeutic development, the NIH RADX initiative for the diagnostic development, and work by BARDA. So we had Donald J. Trump, institute Operation Warp Speed, which, fast-tracked these juice drinks out here. And the majority of Trump's base was heavily against that, just like they're heavily against these CBDCs. So do you think if Trump becomes president, if we even have an election, things are going to get very interesting in 2024, that he's not going to, go back on his word like he's gone back on his word on a lot of things and roll out those CBDCs. And, eventually that charagma in Revelation 13, verses 16 to 18, these politicians don't have your best interests at heart. They just tell you what you want to hear. But at the end of the day, they get their marching orders from the true puppet masters that pull the strings behind the scenes, the elites, such as the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us. And of course, you've got the spiritual demon Satan, who works for the Most High and didn't go to war against him and, lead the fallen angels, but is actually the Most High's top left-handed angel. And then you've got his physical counterpart on the earth, Esau Edom, the so-called white man. So, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, and we're not ignorant of Esau's devices. This is nothing more than what? Controlled opposition, Hegelian dialectics, where the powers that be, create the situation, create both opposing sides, and have them go against each other to get their ultimate goal. Problem, reaction, solution, order out of chaos. And now I'm going to jump to Revelation chapter 13. I'm going to start at verse 11. The beast from the earth, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And this is talking about that last leg of the fourth beast in Daniel chapter 2. Those iron toes mixed with miry clay, the reincarnated Roman Empire, the NATO-EU alliance that the U.S. is a part of and at the head of. And I beheld another beast coming up from the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And those two horns like a lamb come into what? This controlled opposition, this illusion of choice, this left-right, red versus blue paradigm, conservatives versus liberals, Republicans versus Democrats. And a lamb is a gentle creature. So what? These politicians come at you with those sweet words. They tell you exactly what you want to hear so you can vote and think that you have the illusion of choice. But what did it say about these two horns like a lamb? They spake as a dragon, and they're all a part of that beast. And that dragon is the real power behind the scenes, the elites and their agenda who use those two horns like a lamb, these political parties, to rock you people back to sleep. They did the same thing in Rome. You had the plebeians and the patricians, but at the end of the day, who held the real power? The emperor. And America is also, nothing more than Rome reincarnated as well. Verse 12, and he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, those legs of iron, that ancient pagan Edomite Roman Empire, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. That ancient pagan Roman Empire went down and, was taken over by the Israelites, and it became what? The Eastern Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire, and the Edomites, were in that underneath the Israelites for that 1,000-year period up until what? The late 1300s, going into the 1400s with their Renaissance or rebirth, the rebirth of that Roman way, whose deadly wound was healed. And we can see that this current system pushes that Roman way onto the rest of the world. And those that don't want to go with it, what? They come against you. They demonize you, send in the military, and set up a puppet who will go for their dictates. Hence, an example of that beast causing them that are on the earth to worship that first beast is what? Rolling out these central bank digital currencies, moving towards this digital cashless society. Because in a lot of these other nations outside of the beast, their higher ups, they're in that boys club, rubbing shoulders with the elites, all on board to bring about that NW0, that GREATRESET, the fourth industrial revolution, which you hear all about at the WEF. So again, doesn't matter if Trump's president, if Biden's president, or whatever, CBDCs are going to roll out, and they're just going to be one more stepping stone towards the elites' ultimate goal, the rollout of that charagma in Revelation 13, verses 16 to 18, which, let's get that. Jump down to verse 16. And he causeth all, that he being the elites who are at the head of this system, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, that charagma, that CHIP, in their right hand or in their foreheads. Think about Neuralink. And that no man might buy or sell. And what are central bank digital currencies? What's their purpose? To buy and sell with. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, get a job, travel abroad, do anything in society, save he that had the charagma, or the name of the BEAST, or the number of his name, point blank period. When this charagma is rolled out and then mandatorily implemented, you won't be able to do anything in society without it, and you'll be seen as a pariah. And it's going to get so bad to where they're going to start rounding up people and putting them to death. And DJ Donald Trump isn't going to stop this from taking place. Hell, if he becomes president, just like with Operation Warp Speed, he's going to change his mind and go along with the agenda. Those two horns like a lamb that spake as a dragon. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Tonight, I am also making another promise to protect Americans from government tyranny, said Trump in his speech on Wednesday, January 17th. As your president, I will never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency. In his warning over America's possible adoption of a Fed-controlled digital dollar, Trump warns that such a move would give the federal government far too much control over the finances of the American people. Such a currency would give a federal government, our federal government, the absolute control over your money, said Trump. They could take your money. You wouldn't even know it was gone. This would be a dangerous threat to freedom, and I will stop it from coming to America. But again, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Nothing or nobody will stop biblical prophecy from coming to its fulfillment. But that's it with this video. With this video, I hope you sincere Akiyame and Akwath were edified. Just keep strong. We're almost out of this final wicked captivity of the heathen nations, chiefly of the Edomites. And as always, I'm going to say Abad Babol, Kwam Yasharala. And until next time, Shalom.